So I decided to make a quick cut video to show how I mount my slides. Somebody asked me how I mount slides, so I decided to make a quick video on how I do it. Just a brief description. Darkroom no longer mounts slides, but they will still process E6, or what I've been told. I sent them a message recently to see if they still would ever mount slides, and to my knowledge, they probably will in 2019, but right now they will not, they said. Apparently it's something to do with the ability to get the materials. Otherwise, yeah, I just show how I quickly mount slides. So let's get to it.
So I start off bulk loading the Kodak Ektachrome into a container or a canister. So normally what I would do for this, I would take the film canister. Correction, sorry, I'm holding my phone while I'm doing this. I made my own winder. I would load the film into an empty roll that's already processed. Put this back in here and then close it so I don't lose it. So then I would go and put it inside the camera. So I would open the camera up, put the film inside, pull it across, and then shoot it. After I'm done shooting the photos, I have my own little slide cutter, and how this would work, sorry I'm so shaky, I would insert the slide film after it's been processed in E6 into the cutter, and then I would feed it into the machine so it will grab it. Usually I don't use that little turning wheel. They're marked on the end here for what type, half frame, full frame, all that stuff. It's 36. So usually I would wear gloves, like a cotton glove when I do this, but since this is a test roll, I'm not going to. So say that's lined up. I'm going to take the little cutter piece here. It is illuminated in the back, so usually I can see what I'm cutting and where the line is. I also use this just for edging off film before I store it, and if you want to see how I store film, I can make a video on that later. So I would take this, I would press it down and chop it. That leaves me with a nice cut. I'll do it one more time. Alright, so I have two perfect cut pieces, and I can set that aside now. What we do now at this point is we go into our slide binders. At this point, I'm also going to turn off the light box, which hasn't been used in a while. So we have the two pieces of film. We have a slide case. Set those all right there. Okay, pull that aside. Since these are cut, these are press togethers or press fits. I'd take one piece of glass, set it inside the case. Usually I'd put the emulsion side down so I'm not touching it. It's going to be a little harder. And then I would set the other glass on top, not touching the other side, but there we go. Remembering not to touch the other side because at least this side I can clean. And then I would go and take the iron and laminate it down, and I would have a slide. Usually it's better than this. Or I would use like the plastic slide mounts that are easy to mount these to. Just put them inside the slide mount and close the plastic. There's no glass or anything involved in it. But that's how I mount slides. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope this is a quick, short video to answer some questions. So, yeah. I am aware also that this light box is pretty dirty. I have not used my light box or a lot of my photography equipment since I got a job, so there's not really, yeah, it's just time being. So, but I appreciate watching, and I hope this helps somebody figure out how to mount slides, because there's not really an in-depth video on doing it.